guys, my name's Nestle, and this is my Pokedoodles account. This is the YouTube channel for all things Pokemon and art, and this is also obviously where I will be doing my Pokemon playthroughs. This is mostly a test run to see how well it turns out, so you know, any comments, questions, and feedback are heavily appreciated, and they'll help me motivate me through the series. This is an introduction to what I will be doing in my playthrough. I'm doing a playthrough of Pokemon Fire Red. This game is a remake to the very first original Pokemon games, and it was released at the lowest point of Pokemon's popularity, I would say. They made it in order to bring back old fans out of nostalgia. At least that's the way I see it. But this won't be just any playthrough. Nope, this playthrough, I will be attempting the newly made system called a Wedlocke run. Okay, what the heck is that? It's a variant of a Nuzlocke run. So what's a Nuzlocke? Well, to be brief, Nuzlocke is a way to play Pokemon in order to make it a lot more challenging. Here's some of the most important rules for you. Number 1, if a Pokemon faints, it's considered dead, meaning you have to release the Pokemon since you can never use this again. And number 2, you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter on each individual route or town. If you run away or kill it, you've lost the chance to catch that Pokemon on that route. Any Pokemon. So those are the basic rules to a Nuzlocke variant. So what's a Wedlocke as opposed to a Nuzlocke? Well, it's a run on your Pokemon game that applies all your Pokemon into pairs. What those pairs mean is up to you. You can pretend that each pair are mates, like they're all lovey-dovey and married to each other or whatever. They could be best friends, they could be brother and sister, whatever. As long as they form some kind of a bond, it's supposed to be fun and create some interesting stories. A buddy of mine named Devin actually got me interested on this take of a Nuzlocke, and he's actually the inventor of this idea. You may know him as Maryland, so here's a link to the video where he explains the rules of a Wedlocke if you want. But I'll be doing my own variant of the rules, just to give you an idea of how I will be playing. So here we go. In a Wedlocke run, you catch the Pokemon based on gender. This means if you start with a male starter, your next Pokemon you catch must be female. If your first encounter on that route is male, or the same gender as the Pokemon you're trying to pair up at the time, you just ignore it until you run into a female, or the opposite gender. Make sense? Once you have a pair, the next encounter can be either gender. It's just when you have a partnerless Pokemon that you can only catch a Pokemon of the opposite gender. Also, genderless Pokemon cannot be caught, sadly. Alright, what happens if you have 6 Pokemon and 3 pairs? What's the rule for catching Pokemon that go into the PC? Well, this is how I'm going to do it. Once you have your filled party, you can either catch whichever gender you want next. Say you catch a male, it goes in your PC. Next Pokemon you catch needs to be female, it goes to your PC. Next Pokemon needs to be male after that, and so on. However, no Pokemon is paired until you pair them for your party. You can have a whole box of females and a whole box of males to choose from for later. Pairs are not recommended to be boxed and switched out for another pair unless they die, but I will be doing this if needed, maybe for HM purposes or whatever. I will mostly avoid this for the sake of bonding with the team I start with though, so no worries. Alright, how do battles work? Only one pair may fight a battle at a time. So you can switch pairs outside a battle, but while in one single battle, you can only switch between a Pokemon and its partner. Essentially, you only have 2 Pokemon to take on a gym leader, trainer, or wild Pokemon. What happens if they die, though? If a Pokemon dies, its partner must come in to avenge it, or die trying. If the pair dies together, you obviously switch into a new pair. This makes for some pretty tragic romances, I would imagine. The last thing to note is that all Pokemon encounters counted for being caught do not count if you've already captured that Pokemon. So if I run into a Zubat in a cave and catch it, I really would rather avoid having a team of Zubat that I've caught from other caves. Things like that. It adds diversity to your team. Good thing to have. So those are the rules I'm going off of for the Wedlocke challenge. Another thing to note is that being a hobby artist that I am, I love doodling Pokemon, so I'm going to add some art to the videos of my characters that I, happen to make during this Wedlocke run. So look out for that. Also, I'm kind of a potty mouth sometimes, so sorry if I cuss a little bit. happens. Also, that's a bird. So thanks for watching, and we'll hope to see you soon.